Welcome to Counters. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at asset disposal, specifically how to do the asset disposal account when we have a trade-in. In one of our previous lessons, we looked at asset disposal in detail, and we looked at the asset disposal account. We also looked at the asset account for that specific asset which we are disposing of. We also looked at the accumulated depreciation account for that specific asset. So we looked at all the general ledger accounts. So if you don't know what asset disposal is, I would encourage you to check that one out before checking this one out, and you'll be able to understand asset disposal thoroughly. So you can click on the link on the top right of the screen, or you'll find the link in the description below as well. So here we are looking at asset disposal when we have a trade-in, and we'll also be looking at what happens when we have a loss on disposal or a gain on disposal. We'll go through this example and see how that works just now. But what is asset disposal? Well, an asset disposal is the removal of assets from our accounting records. Remember, when we dispose of the actual asset, we're removing it from our premises, so we need to do the same in our books. We need to remove it from our books. And why do we do this? Well, we do this when an asset is gotten rid of through selling it, trading it in, or giving it away, so that we know that the asset will not be reflecting in our balance sheet when we know that it has been disposed of. And that is why we do the actual asset disposal account. So let's look at this example. We are told that an old printer which was bought for 164,000 Rand on the 1st of April 2012 was traded in on 1st of July 2018. And we're told that the trade-in value is expected to be 23,000 Rand, and the difference would be financed by way of a loan. The cost of the new equipment was 402,000 Rand. Accumulated depreciation on 31st of March 2018 was 153,750 Rand, and equipment is depreciated at 15% on cost, or the straight line method. So we are asked to prepare the expected asset disposal account for the trade-in of the old equipment on the 1st of July 2010. Sorry, this is a typo. It should be 1st of July 2018. So we have to do the asset disposal account, and we know how the asset disposal account looks. That is the T account. We have the debit side and the credit side. Now the question is, what is the first thing that we record? Now if you looked at our previous example, or if you know of asset disposal, or even if you have not looked at an asset disposal before, you know that we should know that we record the actual equipment. So we record the equipment that we are getting rid of. If it was a machine, we would record the machine, but in this case we're told that it's an equipment that we are trading it in. And at what amount do we record this equipment? Well, we record this equipment at the actual cost at which we bought the equipment. So whatever amount we bought the equipment at, that is the amount that we will record on the debit side. So we've already put our description here as equipment, and what is the amount that we bought the asset for, or this equipment for? We bought it for 164,000 Rand. So we recorded at the actual cost of the equipment. So whenever you are doing the asset disposal, the first thing you do, you debit the asset that you are disposing. In this case, it's equipment, and the amount that you put there is the amount at which you bought that specific asset. And that equipment, and this equipment was bought at 164,000. So we put 164,000 Rand. So now that we've done that, what else do we need to do? Well, we need to record the accumulated depreciation related to this specific equipment. And when will we record it? We'll record it on the credit side of the asset disposal account. So we'll put our description there. We'll put our date, 1st of July, and that is the day that we are disposing of the asset, and we'll put the description, accumulated depreciation on equipment. Now the question is, what is the accumulated depreciation on equipment? Well, here we are told that the accumulated depreciation on the 31st of March 2018 was 153,750 Rand. What we want here in our asset disposal account is the total accumulated depreciation relating to this equipment that we are disposing. So we're given the accumulated depreciation, and we know the accumulated depreciation is all the depreciation relating to a specific asset at a specific period, and in this case it is at 31st March 2018. Now if we disposed of this asset on the 31st of March 2018, this is the amount that we would have used. But we disposed, or we traded in this equipment on, we're told here, it's on the 1st of July 2018. So there's a difference. So between the 31st of March 2018 to the 1st of July 2018, we still need to account for that depreciation. Now remember, we are given the accumulated depreciation at the beginning of the period, which we assume is the 31st of March 2018, and from that period to the time we disposed of the asset, which is the 1st of July 2018, we need to calculate that depreciation. And we are told that equipment is depreciated at 15% on cost. And by on cost, we mean the straight line method. And if you do not understand the difference between the depreciation methods or how to calculate them, we have a lesson specifically on that. So you can click on the link on the top right of the screen or in the description below. But the straight line method, we need to calculate that depreciation. So what is the depreciation? First, we need to ask ourselves, how many months did we have this asset after the 31st of March 2018 before we sold it? So we had it from the 31st of March 2018 to the 1st of July. So we need to calculate the depreciation for those specific months. So from the 31st of March, so obviously we do not count March because we're already at the end of March. So we count April, May, June. Obviously we will not count July because we disposed of it on the 1st of July, so the month had not started yet. So we have to calculate the depreciation for those 3 months. Remember, we already have the accumulated depreciation at the beginning, so we need to add the depreciation for those 3 months. So now that we know it's 3 months, so let's do the actual calculation. The depreciation for the period is 164,000 Rand, which is the cost of the asset. Because it's the straight line method, we use the cost of the asset, or we are told here also it's on cost, so it's 164,000 Rand times 15%, because it's depreciated at 15% on cost, and then we multiply that by the number of months which we had the asset before we disposed of it. So we'll multiply that by 3 months, divide by 12 months, and we get depreciation for the period of 6,150. Now that is the depreciation from the 31st of March 2018 to the 1st of July 2018 when we traded in the asset or the equipment. So we have to add all the depreciation together. Remember, our asset disposal on the credit side, accumulated depreciation, we record all the accumulated depreciation, the total accumulated depreciation relating to this equipment that we're disposing of. So we have to add these two, the accumulated depreciation at the beginning of the period, which was on the 31st of March 2018, plus the depreciation for this period, which we had for 3 months before we disposed of it. So let's do the calculation. Accumulated depreciation at the point of sale is 153,750 Rand plus 6,150 Rand, and gives us total accumulated depreciation of 159,900 Rand. And that is the key thing that we need to remember with the asset disposal. The accumulated depreciation that you'll calculate is the accumulated depreciation at the point of sale. So all the depreciation at the point of sale. Usually you'll be given the depreciation until the beginning of the period, and you'll have to calculate from the beginning of the period to the point of sale, which we have just done. And then you add all the depreciation together to get the total accumulated depreciation, which we have the 159,900 Rand, and we record it on the credit side. And then what is the next thing that we record? Well, we record the proceeds from the sale of that asset, and in this case the equipment. What are the proceeds? What are we receiving? Well, we are told that we're trading in the equipment, and we are also told that the trade-in value is expected to be 23,000 Rand, and the difference would be financed by way of a loan. So this new equipment which is being bought would be financed by way of a loan. Now we know that the trade-in value is 23,000 Rand. That is the proceeds that we are receiving by trading in this asset. But where is that money going to? Remember, it's going to pay for the new equipment. That means we'll put on the credit side our proceeds, and our proceeds in this case is creditors control, because that is what we did. We traded in the amount, we traded in the equipment. And when we trade in the equipment, we will put the description as creditors control, because it's going to pay off the cost of the new equipment. So we put creditors control, and we put the proceeds, which is 23,000 Rand. Now if you had sold this equipment for 23,000 Rand on cash, you'd put here cash as opposed to creditors control. But in this case it was a trade-in, so we put creditors control on the credit side, and we put the amount there, 23,000 Rand, which were the proceeds. Now the question is, what do we do next? The next thing that we need to do is to get the loss on disposal or the gain on disposal. How do we do that? Well, we know, for us to know the gain or the loss on disposal, we just take the carrying value of the asset and we deduct the proceeds of the asset to see whether we made a loss or a gain. So we will take the actual cost of the equipment, 164,000 minus 159,900 Rand accumulated depreciation. We will get the carrying value of the asset, and then we get that the carrying value of the asset, and we deduct that from the proceeds. If the proceeds is more than the carrying value of the asset, then we will have made a profit on disposal. If the carrying value is more than the proceeds of the asset, then we will have made a loss on disposal. So let's look at that. The carrying value is 164,000 rand minus 159,900 rand. So the carrying value is 4,100 rand. Now from that, you can see that we made a profit, because you can see that our carrying value is less than the proceeds, which is 23,000 rand, or the value of the trading, which is 23,000 rand. So you know we made a profit on disposal. If the carrying value was more than the proceeds, then we would have made a loss. So what is our profit on disposal? Profit on disposal is 23,000 rand, which is the proceeds, minus the 4,100 rand, which is the carrying value of the asset or the equipment that we are getting rid of, and our profit on disposal is 18,900 rand. And where do we put that? We put that on the debit side. Whenever it's a profit on disposal, you put it on the debit side. So we put our profit on disposal on the debit side. And once we have done that, then we can just put our totals together, and we can see that our debit side balances with our credit side. Now another way you can do your profit on disposal, although I prefer the method we just used, you'll just total up the two. So you total up the equipment and total up the credit side, which is the accumulated depreciation and the creditors control, and the difference, wherever the amount is lower, like on the left hand side it was lower, the debit side was lower, so we would put the profit on disposal on the credit side. If the credit side was lower, by totaling them up, then you put the loss on disposal on the credit side. That's another way you can do it. But if you can calculate your profit or loss on disposal, you do that, and then you get your answer. And this is how we do the asset disposal account whenever you have a trade in. And I hope that has made sense. And if you have gained value from this lesson, if you have learned something, please consider subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and sharing it if you can. Till next time, cheers.